you check the children?
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Sometimes that is better.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the horror show. I'm Cecil Laird.
I'm Robert Duell.
Jaime Fuego here.
And we are here to review a series that is definitely not horror per se. There's a lot of horrific aspects in it, but it is something that we did do a trailer reaction for once upon a time, and that is for a show called Primal, which is currently available on the YouTube TV app, or more recently, it just got dropped onto HBO Max.
Yeah.
So it is available there. It's 5 20-minute episodes made by the same creator that made Samurai Jack. So if you've ever watched that and you enjoyed it, you might enjoy this. I have never seen Samurai Jack, but I'll tell you what, after watching Primal, Samurai Jack is also on HBO Max. I added that to my list, and I'll be watching that as soon as I finish Avatar. I'm really excited about it.
He also did the original Clone Wars. So they had the CGI Clone Wars that came after. He did that original Clone Wars series before. It was little 15-minute episodes, which is pretty damn good, too. It laid a lot of groundwork with Ventress and Dooku and, Lord Grievous. Anyway.
So we're here to talk about Primal, and this is about a caveman and a dinosaur that are brought together under extraordinarily sad circumstances, and are just basically they find help and solace kind of within each other and decide to tackle this primal world together, as opposed to both being exceedingly solo, so to speak, after the episode, after the first, the pilot episode. And I gotta say, I watched this show about probably 6 months ago, and I was telling all these guys, you gotta watch it. Finally, it dropped on HBO Max. I'm like, no, really, you guys, we gotta watch this. You gotta try it. And I rewatched it, so I've seen these episodes twice, and it did not lose a damn step watching it the second time. It is just as good, just as effective. I teared up a couple of times. It is awe-inspiring at more than a few points. Specifically, the bat creature raptor episode is amazing.
Episode 4,
There's just so much great stuff in this series that's an hour and 40 minutes if you watch it. It's the length of a movie, so it's so worth your time. I love it, and Fuego states that it's apparently only the first part, so I'll let him explain that when he gets to it. But what are your thoughts, Robert?
Overall thoughts, I fucking loved this.
There you go.
Like, oh my god. I do remember like doing the trailer reaction for this back in the day. I forgot about it. I straight up forgot about it and everything, and then Cecil was talking about it and everything, and he's like, dude, yeah, you guys gotta watch this and everything. Looked it up, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, this! Alright, boom! I can finish that within, like, just one sitting and everything. But no, definitely, like, there were a couple scenes, like, I wouldn't say I cried, but I definitely got choked up. There was one, it was episode 2, the snakes. That was nightmare fuel for me. Like, I am deathly petrified of snakes. I don't care if it's from a garter snake all the way up to the anaconda. I don't like them. Burn it down with fire. Like, but no, this
Decisive.
Yes. I know what I want. I can't stress this enough. You guys, if you haven't watched this series, do it. Not just from like the animation standpoint, but from a complete opposite coming together buddy kind of family aspect. And like, you got two completely different species coming together to try and survive this primal world after like we were saying, horrible events befall both of them. So they have nobody except for themselves. What they did with this, with the dynamic between both of them and everything, I thought it was really sweet. Like, and and
it was actually evolution.
It was.
It did not. It wasn't like immediately they're friends.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, they had their trials and tribulations and everything before.
As they showed in episode 2 very effectively. It's like the stealing of food and how it was a slightly strained coexistence at times between the two of them, and yet it was still, when the chips are down, they had each other's backs.
That realization of, hey, we're the only ones that we got, so it's either just quit this bickering, we got to do some shit.
Yeah.
But no, overall thoughts, I love this. I absolutely love this, and I can't wait for the second part. Watch this if you guys haven't seen this yet.
An emphatic recommendation from me as well, for sure, man. I watched it twice also, because I watched it by myself all in one sitting one evening, and then I showed it to Catherine as well, like a week or two later. Nice. She dug it as well, and yeah, man, the first episode, third episode, and fifth episode were the ones that really got me in the feels the most. It's where, you know, there's legitimate peril and, you know, loss and stuff like that in respective episodes, and so that was what choked me up a lot. But animation style is great. It doesn't shy away from carnage, you know, and death and blood and gore, which I really appreciated. And also the fact that they're able to convey so much emotion without any dialogue throughout the entirety is one major selling point, because that takes some terrific writing and animating and just the emotive expressions and stuff like that of these characters to really get that point across. This is tremendously done. I actually watched it on the Adult Swim app, because that's another that's another destination you have if you want to watch that, and all kinds of other cool stuff. Shivering Truth, which we're going to review in the future, and all kinds of other coolness.
So story,
you guys are in a surprise for that one.
Yeah, the story we've covered basically. It's a caveman loses everything, and a smaller bipedal like Allosaur type dinosaur also loses everything, and they team up to try and survive the primal lands. And every episode, again, episode 2, like Fuego mentioned, is them acclimating to each other and realizing that they have to coexist if they're going to actually do this. And then episode 3 is a binding experience based on them trying to survive the cold. And then episode 4 is an awesome survival experience based on the fact that there are other predators in this world, even besides the big, giant tyrannosaur dinosaurs that can really cause you trouble. And then finally the 5th, which is a gladiatorial simian battle that is so crazy. So awesome. Complete with transformative fluid.
Yeah, hulking out, man.
Yeah, it's just so, and the animation is so awesome. It's kind of akin to the old school Ren and Stimpy animation at times, where you'll like get the really weird body proportions at times, and they'll have interesting angles where the character will just be like, ah, you know, and then it'll like cut back to something else that's more normal. Yeah. So it's a mixture of wonderful animation, but that's the one we'll tackle the animation next. The story of it all is just it's so engrossing and engaging, and the reason, again, I'm gonna say this till the day I die, this show is a primo example of the thing that I constantly say that people have said for years regarding film, video, presentations, TV, anything, which is show, don't tell. And this show literally cannot tell. Yep. Because they're cavemen and dinosaurs and no one talks. So all they can do is show. And it displays what tremendous storytelling can be done when you really focus on showing rather than telling. Story.
Yeah, no, story-wise and everything, I really enjoyed this. And I brought up, I think it was last week off camera and everything, if you guys haven't seen Headhunter, it's a lot like this, where very, very minimal dialogue, and it's all visual storytelling. And I thought this was beautifully done. The dynamic, like I was saying, like between the caveman and our dinosaur and everything, that relationship and the story and everything, how it develops and everything, I thought it was really, it's heartwarming. And like, basically just on a easier note. Just because in the beginning you start off with the hatred and everything like that, kind of, and that misunderstanding, and then you start developing that friendship along with the story and everything. The farther it goes down, the more problems they endure. I love this story, and I can't wait for the second season.
There you go. Yeah, second half is definitely something I can't wait for. That 5th episode definitely hits you with a cliffhanger of sorts, which is very solid. But just to double down on the feels, this hit me at a very primal level. As far as just I mean, cutting me dad joke. I don't even have a child. No, but this is one that just, you know, as I said earlier, Cecil echoed as well, the fact that the showing and not telling, it takes a different level of sophisticated just storyboarding, I guess, in this case, and just having a great team of animators to really get that point across, and to just
Tell that bitch to stop calling you while you're at work.
and also the plight of just I mean different other forms of like wildlife and fellow predators and different, I mean, and also encountering the elements like in the third episode with the weather and everything, and also the mutual respect amongst certain stuff like with the mammoths in that third episode, and also the fact that they encounter other humans in the fourth episode that almost worship those weird bat whatever creatures that there were.
Certainly fear them. Yeah.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
And when they go up into that cave with the spider, it's dope. I mean, man, the writing is terrific, and just to be able to have it driven without any dialogue, it just impressed me so very much. So yeah, there you go.
So finally, the animation, which again, this is the creator of Samurai Jack and apparently the first season of Clone Wars. So if you're curious, the animation style, it's similar to those. It's not super polished like the CG stuff that you get nowadays. It's all hand-drawn animation. It's all gorgeous, well done. The action is so kinetic. It doesn't feel like action figures being moved around. It feels like everyone's actually doing this stuff. There's impact in the hits. Like it takes a certain level of skill with animation to pull this off, but it's always, in my opinion, easier with hand-drawn animation, and I think, again, this just epitomizes that.
No, the animation, I absolutely love this, and like we mentioned too, it is from the same guy, Samurai Jack. I grew up watching that and everything, so I'm already used to that style of his style of animation and everything, and just being able to see this now with the brutality and the sound of the crunching bones, the flesh rips, and everything like that. And just not to mention the blood that we get in this, and like we were saying, it's that show don't tell. Everything is shown in this. There wasn't really anything that was done off camera, really. Like even from the tiny little ones up.
No,
to
and especially in
else.
episode 5 when there's monkeys being pummeled.
That was deep. They definitely, I felt, saved.
You see the skin, you see the skull, you see the brain, you see the front of the face.
All of it, man.
Like all
No
of it
shying
is
away.
just punches everything out of them.
And but two, also like the fluidity of the animation style.
That was the word I was going to use.
Like,
yeah.
holy crap.
seamlessness.
Man, I'm just taking all your damn words today.
Hey,
It never happens.
Going third's tough, man.
But yeah, no, like the fluidity of the animation style and everything, the fight scenes of what we got and everything. I dug this movie, this show, I should say. It's basically a movie. Fuego?
Sloppy thirds?
Yeah, exactly. I was third on the train game. No, but
Let me get the hose.
3D CG is cool
towel at
and
this
whatnot,
point.
and I mean when CGI, especially for these like fully, I mean you watch something like Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within, and just the junkiness of the movements and stuff. It looked great, but I mean, even a few years ago with Tarkin in the Rogue One movie, when they try to do super realistic animation,
Valley, yeah.
it's the movement that really shows that, and the seamlessness of those fast action sequences, like you mentioned. I was initially off-put by the Samurai Jack and by the Clone Wars because it looked very kiddie to me. It looked Dexter's Laboratory, just like the squareness of certain characters and stuff. This is a little bit more realistic, but more so with the creatures, I think, than the actual main character, than the caveman. But it did seem a little bit elevated, a little bit more edgier, and the gore and the blood and everything obviously helped with it feeling that more adult, elevated sort of stuff. Like this isn't Cartoon Network. This is like their subset, Adult Swim, easily based on some of the stuff that's displayed on screen. And yeah, I can't wait for that second half of this first season, guys. Stay tuned for it.
Yeah, that's what I alluded to at the beginning. Fuego found out that this is just part A. Apparently, there is another 5 episodes that'll close this out. So we're waiting with bated breath. So
waiting impatiently. Give me the second part.
Okay.
So if you guys have seen this, let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Do you agree with us? If you haven't seen it, are you going to seek it out? It's free on Adult Swim's app, right?
Totally free.
Yeah.
There's ads, but I mean, deal with it, guys. It's free.
Or get it on HBO Max, no ads. You're good to go. So if you have HBO Max, watch it that way. That would be my recommendation. But guys, either way, it is absolutely 100% worth your time. 5 episodes, 21 minutes apiece, so an hour and 45 minutes, literally, including the credits each time. So it is. I guarantee you will not feel like you wasted your time. And I would say also, that I think you could watch this with all the way down to a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
I think 10 years old, you could still get away with this. It's animated violence.
Yeah.
The things
I
that are
guess
getting
depending
ripped
on the
apart are the
parenting.
It
dinosaurs.
depends on the kid. I mean, if
Kid
I
and the
was,
parents,
if
yeah.
I think
I was
think
8
you
years
could get
old, as
away
much
with
as
it.
I love dinosaurs, I would have been all over
True.
this.
Oh my god, yeah.
My
So
lord.
maybe even sooner, but absolutely, guys, if you have 8, 9, 10-year-olds and they're okay, and you think they won't be ruined by animated dinosaur violence, frickin' give this a go. This will be a ride for you both. They will be crying, you will have a tear, and you can bond over it. So you'll have the single Indian tear.
And if you're one of those
Rolo's
people
ads.
who shows your 4-year-old Freddy Krueger, obviously you're fine.
Yeah, you're fine. You're golden.
That
So.
kid's already.
Yeah, you already
I'm not
I
gonna
don't know
tell
if
ya.
you're doing it right.
You already screwed up, so all right. So let us know in the comments down below, you guys, what your thoughts are on this. If you enjoyed the video, click the like button and subscribe. Make sure you don't miss the review of Part B whenever we get around to being able to do that. Until next time, however, I have been Cecil Laird.
And I've been Robert Duell.
I was just gonna say, and remember,